Assalamu Alaikum guys, I hope you're all keeping well and eating good. It's a loving family kitchen back with another super easy recipe, but before we get into it, I think it's important for us to realize the not so humble beginnings of what I'm going to share with you. And yes, you've guessed it, it's a Shami Kebab. Now I can't say the recipe I've got for you today is in any way authentic, and I think that's really the beauty of modern food today. So the history of the Shami Kebab, also known as the Syrian Kebab, was something that was introduced to South Asia during the Mughal era. Everybody's got their sort of own variation, whether it's Bengalis, Pakistanis or Indians, but it's all pretty much the same thing. Muslims at that time got employment in royal kitchens, and the credit of its invention goes to a chef that used to work for apparently a toothless Nawab of Lucknow. Anyway, it's eaten as a snack or as an appetizer, and it's generally served to guests when they come round. So we're going straight in with the preparation, and you can see that I'm going to let the visuals do all the talking. We've got a mixing bowl anyway guys here, and into this mixing bowl we're chucking in all of our dry ingredients, and this is going to be the mix for our mutton Shami kebabs, because of course we're doing two variants. We've got some red meat and we've also got some chicken meat for those of you that prefer to go without the red meat. Got an egg which is going to help bind things together. We're adding salt. We've also got some MSG, hashtag the good stuff, some spices, and we're also going to add some plain flour to this. And what the plain flour is going to do, similarly to the egg, is going to help things bind together and stop it from falling apart, during the cooking process when the meat's contracting. But also it's going to help to develop a nice crust on the outside, when we're shallow frying. Anyway, we've got it all mixed. We're going to pop it off to the side, and you want to let it marinate for anywhere between half an hour, 45 minutes, or even longer, just to let all those flavors get to know each other. Preparing the chicken mix now, slightly different to the meat because we're adding a few more ingredients, and I think the chicken's going to pay homage a bit more to its Middle Eastern roots, because we've added some sumac. Sumac is a Middle Eastern spice. It's got sort of a lemony taste, I think. Anyway, we've also added some turmeric into this one, and we're going straight in with our chicken mince, finishing off with some coriander, and we're going to give this all a good mix until it's combined. Also pop this off to the side, let it marinate for about half an hour, 45 minutes, and into a cooking vessel we're pouring in some oil just to coat the bottom, and we're going to start forming our discs of meat. Now this process is a bit difficult at first. I mean, to try and be consistent with the shape, it does take a bit of practice. As you can see, mine are looking a bit lopsided. But anyway, once they've cooked for about 3 or 4 minutes on the one side, you're gonna want to give it a flip. Also cook 3 or 4 minutes on the opposing side on high heat. You can see that they've developed a nice crust on the exterior. We're going to pop these out of the oil before they overcook. And we're almost ready to start on the chicken, so we're going to do another batch of the chicken kebabs. Just going to pop these off to the side. We've got our cooking vessel again, it's being cleaned, and we're going in with some fresh oil, just forming our discs of chicken kebabs. Straight off the bat, these are looking a bit more uniform than the mutton ones. You can say that the mutton ones were my practice round. Anyway, once these have cooked for about 3 or 4 minutes on the one side, again give them a flip. You can see that they've developed a nice crust on the exterior, and once it's cooked for another 3 or 4 minutes, you're going to want to pull it out. But one thing to note is with the chicken, you want to maybe cook it for a little bit longer than the mutton, just to ensure that it's properly cooked through to about 165 internal, because of course it is chicken. We're just taking these kebabs out of the cooking vessel, and we're about ready to plate, guys. I hope that you're enjoying our content. Please do consider subscribing and leaving us a like. We really do appreciate it, and it helps us to keep producing content for you. Anyway, you can see that it's plated. We're going to give this a quick spritz with some fresh lime before we taste. and I hope you guys give this recipe a go. If you do, leave us a comment letting us know how it tastes. And until next time guys, please do stay safe and salam.